Who wants a mix of traditional travel trailer and classic teardrop for the perfect adventure camper combination? Hey folks, Stay Hiker from the 6 here, and today we're looking at the Encore RV ROG 16FB Survival Series. The 16FB has several claims to fame. First, like all Encore trailers, there is absolutely no wood in the build. Second, it includes many serious overlanding features. And third, it combines a full-sized wet bath with a pull-out rear kitchen for a traditional teardrop feel with all the comforts of home. Join me and Encore founder Rich Schnippel as we introduce you to this exciting mid-sized camper.
Thanks, Greg. I appreciate you stopping by. I founded the company in 2021, in June of 21, and I did it because I was looking to do something a little bit different than what the industry is used to, and I thought that it really starts with the materials that you choose. So all of our products are 100% wood-free. We use a lot of composite materials, aluminum, and we just stay away from wood 100%. We think wood makes sense in a campfire, but not really in your trailer.
And here we are at the back of the trailer, and you can see that they have this really cool opening. So this is your bed, and you've got a complete screen across here. You can actually open it. Whoops. You can open it if you want, or you can leave the screen closed, keep the bugs out. It's your choice. But there's more than just that to the back. So the idea is that they have some supports that can go across, and so you could actually put a kayak inside of the trailer, or a couple of kayaks inside of the trailer through this opening here. So I think that's really cool. It's almost kind of like a quasi toy hauler option in this trailer. But we're going to close up this hatch and show you the other neat thing that's going on here. So this is our kitchen. So we have a nice extension here, and we have a small Dometic boat style sink. It's the same one that I have in my trailer. Gets the job done for sure. And we have a 2-burner Dometic stove with a cover so you can use it for counter space when you're not cooking. And we have a small fridge. This is one of 2 fridges in this trailer. So just a small little fridge here. It looks like it's a 12 volt. And then we have some nice aluminum cabinetry below to store all of your kitchen. And this kitchen slides in when you're going to travel, so it doesn't stick out like this when you're on the road. And you can see we've got some switches here as well. Nice, plenty of storage space in here, which is great. Let's head around to the campsite. And on the campsite, and I'm just going to take you down, you can see that we have stabilizers. We have one at each corner of the trailer. We also have 2 propane quick disconnects, and we have a great grill mount, so you can put a griddle, you can put your grill up here, whatever you want. You can see we've got a hole for the propane hose to come through if you need it, and also here as well. And nice thing I like about it is it's mounted quite a ways away from the trailer, so the heat from your stove is not going to damage the sidewall of your trailer, and that's a big important thing. We have 2 lights above the 2 awning style windows, and then of course a nice large awning. Doesn't cover the door, but part of that is these trailers are a little bit lower than typical. Just going to make it easier to tow. But you still have plenty of space. You can set up your picnic table under here, your grill's right next to it. It's awesome. All right, we've got a pass-through storage here. Got some of the guys who've got their backpacks in here. This particular trailer also includes tire pressure monitoring, as well as the optional Overland package, which equips it with a Timbren axle-less independent suspension. All right, let's head inside the 16FB, and to do so, we are going to step on a solid step, which can be nice, keeps the trailer from rocking. We also have a full screen door to keep the bugs out so you can get the ventilation going. And we'll just give you the basic lay of the land first, and then we'll look at it in a little bit more detail. So on the right here, we have our switch panels and our kitchen, bank of drawers. Then right beside it, you have the bathroom, and then beside that, you have a closet and a storage area. And then we have our dinette. They don't have the table out, but you can see there's a lagoon mount there, so there's obviously a table that goes here. And then at the back, you have your bed with some storage cabinets above it. And the AC is right on the roof in the middle of the trailer. So let's start by taking a look at the little kitchenette area. So we don't have a stove here, but we do have our bigger fridge, and we'll take a look inside of there. So we'll start with the freezer. Excellent size for a small trailer. And then the fridge, and I figure you're probably able to fit a week if you're worth of food if you're smart about what you buy. I mean, obviously if you buy bulky things, that's not going to work. And then I'll just give you a look at all of the light switches. So we're controlling cabinet lights, underglow lights, the main lights, and then all of your outside lights as well on those switches. We've got a JBL stereo. Then we've got our fuse panel here, and this is a perfect location for the fuse panel. Don't have to get down on your hands and knees to change a fuse. Then we have sort of like a spot where I guess you could put some decor items, and also we've got a 120 volt plug plus the plug for the microwave as well. Below that, we're looking at some very deep drawers. I mean, they got to be 2 feet deep, guys. And so plenty of storage. It's a lot more storage than probably it looks like on camera. So you've got 3 of those drawers. And then at the bottom, a small cabinet right on the floor. So plenty of storage here in this second kitchen area. And that will take us to the bathroom. This is a good size. So we have this nice flooring material that they use, which I think lets the water fall in between those slats. So if you have a wet bath, that's a great way to go. I'd be tempted to put a shower curtain across just to protect the toilet when I'm taking a shower. And there is plenty of space, and we will do the space test right now. So I'm exactly 6 feet tall, and I have my shoes on right now. And I can stand in the skylight, and I've got at least 4 or 5, maybe even 6, I would say 5 inches of headroom. Just bring it up there so you can see it. Take my hat off. So plenty of space. There's quite a bit of elbow room in here as well. I wouldn't mind if they put this skylight back a little bit in the washroom though. I feel like they want me a little bit too close to that shower head, and I mean, you have the space, so why not? But this one definitely gets the thumbs up if I didn't have my hat in my hand, because there's a good amount of space in here. It's not huge, but it's going to be more than capable of doing the job of taking a shower when you're out boondocking. So right beside the bathroom, we do have a storage closet. And so you could hang items in here, although I don't see a bar, but you could certainly put one in there. And then we have another smaller cabinet, and you can see these bungees can be moved to wherever you need them, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of modular type of stuff going on. So we have these 2 seats. I did peek underneath, and it's mostly mechanical. We've got the electrical in here. There's plenty of space though for batteries underneath this one, and there's plenty of space under here, but it's mostly used up by the HVAC and so on. You might be able to finagle a little bit of space, but not really. Then we've got our bed at the back with that amazing screen, and I can tell you the breeze is just coming through here like incredibly well, just with that back open and the door open. So really loving that feature. We do have 4 speakers in here as well, so you can see, give you a look there. It's JBL, and you can see there's more around the trailer. We're going to start on the nose here, and you can see that we've got a big all-terrain spare tire here with a nice alloy matching wheel, and we've got a single propane tank. Looks like you might be able to squeeze another one in here somehow, but or maybe upgrade that to a 30-pounder if you wanted to. It does have a power tongue jack with a light, and you can see that as with all the Encore units, we are talking about aluminum frames, aluminum superstructure, some composites, some fiberglass, but absolutely not a stick of wood in this trailer, which is awesome. So I can't really get at the utility side, but I'm just going to show you a few things back here. You can see an exhaust fan for the bathroom here. You can also see on the roof rack that there's all sorts of mounting accessories. So Encore has a whole bunch of accessories to mount all sorts of overlanding type gear onto that roof rack. And pretty much anything, a shovel, an axe, you name it, you could mount it on the outside of the trailer if you want to. You can also see that we've got a ladder, so that roof must be walkable given that they're giving us a ladder. Do have the hot water heater and furnace exhaust over there on the other side. And then right here where I am, we do have a solar port, and we do have a port for cable, and we do have a 30 amp plug, and it's the correct kind where the cord is separate and there's no hole or no way for mice or insects to get in through it. Now this little door here, I can't really show you what's inside, but it is a cassette toilet. So I'm guessing you're getting a 5-gallon cassette toilet in your bathroom for this. Now, some people are like, ooh, cassette toilet. Just keep in mind though that you can empty this at any toilet. So at a gas station, you name it, you don't need to find a dump station in order to empty a cassette toilet. So I actually think it's a plus. We had experience with that when we did our RV trip in New Zealand, and we loved it. So just saying. All right, so I'm over on the other side of the utility side. You can see we've got our hot water heater and our furnace outlets here. And we also have our fresh water and our city water connections. And wow, 54-gallon fresh water tank. So this thing is really designed to get out there for a long time. And you can see that we have awning style windows, so you'll be able to open those up and don't have to worry if it starts raining that the rain's gonna get in. Love that. Nice graphics on this trailer. Nothing too crazy, but just understated. Really love that. We also have a 120 volt outlet here at the back, and this is right around the corner from where your kitchen is, because your kitchen is at the back on the outside. I believe they're going to be getting rid of this hot water input. This is a spray port, which you could use if you hooked up a external hot water heater to use as an external shower, but I think that's going to go away.
We just stay away from wood 100%. We think wood makes sense in a campfire, but not really in your trailer. It is one of the #1 and most expensive things to repair in a trailer. When it starts to rot, mold, or mildew, it absorbs water. So, for example, in our floors, we'll use a composite material. In this particular one, it'll be a foam core composite, fiberglass on both sides, cannot absorb any water, cannot promote any mold or mildew. Our cabinets will be 1/8-inch plate aluminum. They're CNC laser cut. They would be formed and powder coated. We call them forever cabinets because they truly last forever. There's no wood cleats that hold them in. Any mounting points on our cabinets would be indexed with the laser, and then when it's mounted inside the trailer, it's going into the aluminum extrusion. So on our frames, you're going to find an all aluminum chassis, and our frame itself, the walls and stuff, will also be aluminum. We call that, in this particular trailer, tri-barn construction. And what that means is that every weld is 360 degrees around. Every time when we put the wall on, it's going to be bonded to the chassis with an industrial adhesive called Pure 140. That's really rock solid. Then we mechanically fasten it down with self-tapping screws. So the next thing we do then is, when it's all fully assembled, we'll go back and weld the frame. So it's glued, screwed, and welded. We're the only manufacturer that does it. And we're probably one of the very few manufacturers that welds all of our aluminum tubes 360 degrees around. To give you an example, on a 1x3 tube, you would have 8 inches of weld on ours versus 2 inches on the competitors. That's why we offer such an extensive warranty. 5-year structural warranty, transferable at any time to any subsequent owner. There's no limitations. And then the entire trailer is covered for 2 years bumper to hitch. So if your stove has a 1-year warranty, we're extending it at no cost for 2 years. So it gives you excellent coverage. It's our confidence of how we build them. A couple other things we do. We do a 1-piece fiberglass roof that starts at the stone guard and goes all the way up and back. That eliminates any seams or any possibilities for water intrusion. But should water ever come in, which we're not anticipating it does, you don't have to worry because everything's a composite material. There's no worries about wood. Our cabinetry is so rock solid, you can grab onto it and try to rip it out. It's just in there and it's going to stay there. You're not going to walk into your trailer after a long drive or potentially being off-road and find the surprise of a cabinet kind of coming apart or coming off the wall. It's always going to stay attached. So by starting with better materials and taking the time to build it right, I believe that we put together a very solid product, and we back it with just an amazing warranty.
Big thanks to Rich for coming on camera and telling us about Encore RV. Now, my pros and cons are coming up very shortly, but first I want to share a bit about how packages and options work on this trailer. The base model is called the Adventure Series, and it is very well equipped. Next up is the Survival Series, which is the trailer we've shown you today. There are also several standalone options, so I'd recommend studying the configurations on the Encore website as a part of your research. Now it's time for pros and cons, and as usual, we'll start with the pros. My first pro has to be the wood-free construction, and I also appreciate the efforts Encore makes to ensure maximum solidity with their glue, screw, and weld approach. Should water get in via leak or plumbing issue, it's not going to hurt the structure. My second pro is the huge water tank. For boondockers, 54 gallons would be a real boon. My final pro is the cool rear design with the outdoor kitchen and the huge screen behind the bed. It gives you the option of having a tent feel and a fully hard-sided travel trailer all at the same time. Of course, it's not all roses, so let's look at the cons. The first one has to be weights. For instance, at 557 pounds with no water on board, the tongue weight eliminates a lot of smaller tow vehicles from the mix. Remember though that tongue weight is dynamic and you can impact it by how you load the trailer. The dry weight of 3,200 pounds and GVWR 4,400 pounds is also a bit higher than us 3,500 pound capacity tow vehicle owners like to see, but I'll acknowledge that it's better than some competitive off-road trailers. The second con is the lack of an indoor sink. If you want to wash your hands after a late night bathroom break, you're either going outside or using wipes. I'd love to see a fold-down sink or one molded into the top of the toilet. My final con is the lack of a gray tank. It means you'll have to carry a honey pot with you for campground use. My overall take on this trailer is that I'd love to give it a try. I'm not sure if I'd ultimately prefer my current indoor kitchen setup, but there is some romance to the idea of cooking outside, and even with our indoor kitchen, we cook outside a lot. I also love the low towing height of the roof and the fact that I don't have to order the overlanding gear unless I want it. All in all, the Encore ROG 16FB is a great choice for those looking for a wood-free, long-lasting trailer with a real adventure focus. If you're interested in other wood-free trailers, check out this video on the screen. Shout out to the 2025 Florida RV Super Show where this video was filmed. It's definitely one of the top RV shows in North America. Thanks for watching and take care.